Good morning, YouTube. Just a little bit of a footnote. Doing some work on the latest acquisition. I didn't bother filming the procedure to where we've got to now because there's plenty of other videos online. Just show you where we're at. Just getting the rear hub apart, just so that I can check the splines on the drive shaft. It's an area that normally gets neglected, even from the factory. So this is where we're at, guys, and I'll give you a report once it's back together. Cheers. Howdy friends and family. Just a little bit of an update since I've had the rear hub off of the bike to inspect the drive shaft splines. I'm not sure if anybody's aware of it, but all these Boulevards are notorious for chewing out the splines. The factory just puts a daub of grease on it if they're lucky, and so over a period of time the splines slowly wear away through lack of lubrication, and in extreme cases they tend to lose all drive, always at a most inconvenient moment also. So not knowing the previous service history and so forth of the bike, I wanted to look into it a little further and just check to see what condition the drive shaft was in. A little bit of an ordeal getting it out. The videos that I referred to previously on YouTube do make it look a little easier, but we got it out in the end, and I was very pleasantly surprised to find that the splines were absolutely perfect. Just had a little bit of shine just starting to appear on the back of the splines where it was running against the pinion. I'd say because of the lack of wear and the lack of real shininess on the back of the teeth, that the shaft was quite new. So I would almost suspect that the spline has, or the shaft has been replaced at some stage, probably due to wear. So in recent times it has been replaced and a new seal put in, but it was just lucky that I did take the hub apart and get the shaft out, because whoever put the shaft in last time lubricated it with ordinary gear oil, which is an absolute no-no. These splines can't have grease on them. Grease is of no use whatsoever, because as the hub warms up, the grease softens, drops down to the bottom of the housing and does virtually nothing. You've got to use molly grease. Molly grease stays where it's put. Basically, it's thick. It doesn't soften with heat, and it's full of all the nice chemicals to keep it nice and firm and lubricating well. All the top shafts get put together with molly grease. Had a little bit of trouble finding some, but believe it or not, Bunnings of all places. Even the guy down at the parts counter at Suzuki was more than surprised, because he searched high and low trying to find me a small tube of molly grease, and had no luck whatsoever. All of the usual suppliers just don't carry it in New Zealand anymore. It used to be a very common grease. So it's all been cleaned all the oil out of the splines and the housing. It was leaking the oil past the seal and down into the torque tube, because I was quite concerned when I broke the seal on the end of the shaft, that it started dripping oil out onto the ground, and I thought, hello, that's a little bit strange to have oil in there. And lo and behold, it was because the previous person had assembled it with oil for lubrication, and because it wasn't designed to have that in it, it slowly seeped past the seal and was dripping down into the torque tube. So it was all cleaned out, all checked and everything like that, absolutely packed full of molly grease, recircled together and reassembled. Brake shoes were in good condition, and yeah, so we've been for a couple of test drives. It's doing very, very well, and I can now rest my concerns and go for drives and nice long rides now, not having to worry about that final drive letting me down out in the whops somewhere. So yeah, peace of mind riding now. So you can see she's all back together, wheels back on, everything all torqued down. I've done a few miles on it now, so it's probably time to go around and recheck all the torque settings. So she's had fresh oil in the diff as well. All back together, running lovely. So yeah, can report that everything's good. My next little project on the horizon is I've ordered a universal windscreen to give it that sort of Harley Cruiser look. Also take some of the buffeting off my chest from the breeze when I'm riding out on the open road. You get knocked around a little bit from the breeze. So looking forward to getting that. That's coming from America. I did look into the original screens. There's a few examples available in America second hand, but landing them in New Zealand is just too damn expensive, so I've just gone for a universal one for the moment. A little bit disappointing, but better than having no screen at all. So that's where we're at, guys. I think that's probably about it as far as extras for the moment. Yeah, so now I can just get down to enjoying riding it now that I know that the rear drive is all up to scratch. So yeah, that's where we're at, guys, and thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. I'd love it if you hit the bell and get notified for anything new. Likes, comments are always appreciated, you know the drill. So yeah, thanks for visiting, and we'll catch you on the next one.